Now.
Section 8.5. This is day 3 complex fractions. This is the homework. This is, today is Amanda's birthday.
Yes, it is, thank you.
It's your work. So this is in dedication to her.
We're supposed to have a snow day though.
Yep,
Okay.
no.
Supposed to have a snow day. All right, what we're talking about, we started this yesterday. These are called complex fractions. What a complex fraction is a fraction over a fraction. So you've got one fraction in the numerator and another fraction in the denominator. So you're actually dividing. When we don't divide, we flip and what? Multiply. So sometimes your complex fraction needs to be simplified before you flip and multiply. Okay, for example, this example right here. What's wrong with this problem is you have to get these two fractions as one fraction. Same with the bottom, you have to get these two fractions as one. So you're basically adding these up, So you want to get it as one fraction in the numerator over one fraction in the denominator. That's when you flip and multiply. So here's your homework. Problem number 1 is we don't have to add or do any subtraction. We can right away, what are we going to do with this? We're going to flip and multiply this one. So you have 6x over y squared. We're going to multiply by what? 5 over 3y. Now we did these earlier on in chapter 8. How do you multiply two fractions? Well, you're going to want to try to cancel something out. And you can cancel a numerator with a denominator, even if you want to go across, such as this one. What do we do with this 3 right here? 3 goes into 3 once, and 3 goes into 6 how many times? Twice. That's the only thing in this problem that can be canceled.
How can they cancel if they're not like terms?
There's factors of 6 are 2 and 3. And factors of 3 and 3. See, these are factors, you can cancel them. So your final answer would be 2 times x times 5, which is what? What's 2 times x times 5? Over 3 to the, good, 3y to the third. And y can't be what? 0.
You do number 2.
We're going to do them all. Okay, number 2. This one, we have one fraction in the numerator, one fraction in the denominator. So you've got 40 x to the third over 7 y to the fifth z to the fifth. We're going to flip, we're ready to flip it. 28 x to the fourth z to the fifth over 8 x squared y squared. All right, let's cancel.
You can divide 40 by 8.
Yep. So this cancels with the 8 that's in here that we know. This is 8 times 5, right? How about the 7 and the 28? Does 7 go into 28?
Yeah.
How many times? 4 times. Now, let's look, what 3 letters are we dealing with?
Y, Z, and X.
Y, Z, and X. Let's alphabetize. What comes first? X. How many X's do you have total in the numerator? How many do you have total?
7.
You have 7. Everyone see that? You have 7. You have 7 X's on top. How many X's do you have on the bottom? 2. So if we were to cancel these 2 with 2 here, how
X to
many?
the 5th.
X to the 5th. Where is this X to the 5th?
The top.
On top. So we're going to have, I'm going to do this. So I have 20 right now, x to the 5th on top. Now let's do the y's. How many y's do you have on top? many do you have on the bottom?
7.
7. And what about your z's?
That's what I was,
They cancel out or?
They cancel out, there's no z's. That's your answer.
that's why it's, X to the fifth on top. It's just-
Yes, because you have, look at your x's. You have 7 x's here.
And we don't need to do, find the.
Oh, and 2 on the restrictions.
2 on the bottom.
We don't need
So
to find that.
two of these cancel with, you could do 2 here or 2 here, and what's left is x to the 5th.
Do we need to do the restrictions?
For, if it's only one variable, yeah, you could do what can't y be? 0. Number 3, moving along. What are you gonna do here?
What?
3a to the 4th, b to the 3rd, or 7, b to the 4th, c. We're going to flip, and we can flip because we only have 2 fractions, one in the numerator, one in the, we're ready to flip, we don't have to get a common denominator or anything like that.
Then after you flip, 3 goes into 15.
3 goes into 15, how many times? And then what?
And then 7 goes into 14 twice.
Okay, so as far as the coefficients go, what's left?
You got 8 to the 5th at the top.
8?
Right.
No, you canceled that. 7, you into 4.
2 at the top.
You have a 2 and a 5. 2 at the top, 5 at the bottom.
No, I meant 8 to the 5th, right?
Oh, yeah. You have a to the 5th on top, but a to the,
Second on the bottom.
so a to the 5th we had on top, a to the 2nd on the bottom.
So
What do
8
we-
to the 3rd.
Good, a to the 3rd on top. A's are done. Let's do the B's. How many B's on top do we have?
3 and 4 on the bottom.
B to the 3rd on top, and
Oh,
how many on the bottom?
Wait, 10, yeah.
It's 10. You've got 10 B's.
You got 7 at the bottom.
Very good. 7 at the bottom. Good job. And then C's. We have 7 C's on top and 1 C on the
So
bottom.
6 on the bottom.
Good. That's your answer.
And then B can't equal 0.
B can't be 0. Good. Okay, now they get a little difficult. A little bit more difficult. Travis, are we on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, in this complex fraction, we actually have 2 fractions in the numerator. We have 1 fraction in the denominator, that's okay. But we have to get these 2 to merge. So what do I need to, what's the common denominator here? What do I need to
B.
multiply? Good. I'm gonna multiply this by B and this by B. So you have AB plus 2A.
Over B.
Good.
And then you flip it at the bottom.
Well, here, I'm just gonna write it out first. Just to catch up, like that. Now, D'Angelo, now we're gonna flip what?
B and then 7 plus A.
So over here, AB plus 2A over B. This is where we get to flip. The B goes on top. Okay, what cancels?
The A's and B's.
Mm, mm-mm.
No?
B.
You're talking about these?
Yeah. Oh.
See, this is stuck together. This is separate.
The B's.
They're together,
So the
they're
B's,
partners,
so the B's.
just the B's, yep. So what's your final answer?
A, B plus 2A over 7 plus A.
In what do we not want to see A to be?
Negative 7.
We don't want A to be -7, and we don't want B to be 0, but I think we hit the restrictions enough. Okay, number 5.
Good for you.
All right,
Divide by, or multiply by y.
good. You have to get these two together. So if I multiply this by y and this by y, what do you get?
3y minus 1 over y.
Good. Over. Now what do I do on the bottom?
You just flip it, right?
No.
Or multiply by y.
Yep, first multiply by y. So you have 2y minus 1 over.
Y, yeah.
Okay, now you're going to
Flip it.
flip. What cancels?
Why?
That's it. What's your final answer?
3y minus 1 over 2y minus 1.
Anyone know what the restriction is? What don't you want y to be?
0.
0 or
And 1.
1 half?
Okay.
1 half. Good. Okay, ready for 6? Okay, what do we do on top?
Multiply by y.
Multiply this by y and this by y. So you have xy minus,
Over y.
it sounds like you guys are getting it.
What word do you do?
Huh? What?
She said, or D'Angelo. Like only D'Angelo gets
Who else gets it?
it. Okay, that was just like talking.
Yeah, usually you, I'm spitting out all my answers.
There we go.
Okay, let me hear from you guys now. Come on.
Go.
Go, go.
No, I always use it.
You
Even
go.
else.
Done.
What?
Jenna, go.
So you have
One
what?
time.
X, Y, minus one.
X, Y minus 4, come.
Okay, now are we ready to flip and multiply?
No, we were,
I have no idea.
I can help right now.
I hear some people over D, I hear some people over
So Jenna, what cancels?
What?
What cancels?
X, Y minus 4.
Got it. So your answer is what?
Yeah,
Why can't you go?
I got it.
Beautiful. 6. Anyone not get 6? Number 7. Okay, what's the common denominator? Anyone?
Multiply by, no?
Birthday girl, what's the common denominator?
I'm
Birthday
square.
girl.
I'm square.
What?
Birthday girl, what's the common denominator?
Um,
Working on this piece right
M
here.
squared.
Good. So we have m squared here. What do we need to do here and here?
Times by n.
Times it by,
Just n.
So what do you have? 1m
Plus 9,
over,
M squared.
good. Main fraction line. Okay, then what do you do for this one? The bottom one? What do I need to multiply the bottom and the top by?
N squared.
So what do you have on the bottom? Okay, then what?
And flip it.
She does, I don't know.
Okay, what's gonna cancel?
The n squares.
So what's your answer?
1n plus 9 over 2. And n squared plus 1.
Yep. Number 8.
Multiply by y.
So you have 7y now, when you flip this one, when you do, see if anyone remembers. Right away, I see something that cancels.
Why?
Good. All right, now let's analyze these two.
They look the same.
They kind of look the same. Kind of. But watch, I'm gonna cover these y's up. What do you notice about them?
The x is negative and
Oh,
the
you just
x
put
at
the
bottom
negative
is
one,
positive.
right?
Yes, okay, you remember.
You put a negative
And then the
one.
y's are opposite signs. When that happens, you can cancel them out, but put in a -1 in place. Remember that? Yep. Angela, you were right.
So that's just the answer, -1.
That's it, it's just -1. You can only do that crossing out if both of the factors are, or both of the terms are opposite signs. Okay? Do I need to add anything on this one, number 9? How many fractions do we have in the
You
numerator?
don't have to add anything,
Nope, good. So what are you ready to do?
just flip it.
Yep, you have x squared minus y squared over x. We're gonna flip,
Just basically. Now what?
You can,
okay, so anyone have a suggestion? I'm gonna point to this.
got an idea.
What's your idea?
Times the bottom by,
No, why? Okay, since you haven't, you can just take an x out of the x squared, right? Or no?
Yeah, you mean x to the 4th?
Yeah.
This, you could take an x out of here, so this is x to the 3rd.
you can take 2 x's though, can't you?
You only have 1 here. You have 1 here, and you have 4 on top.
And then
Okay,
can't you,
good.
Let me give you a hint.
can't you,
Bro.
What am I doing?
Put y in the y squared.
Factoring. This is the difference of 2 perfect squares. This piece, everyone, factors to be x minus y times x plus y.
So the x plus y is
Yes, x plus y's cancel. So your final answer is,
How do I feel about this? It's a brand new car.
Do we
x
need
minus, x minus y, or, yeah.
Nice. Excellent.
It's pretty brand. Oh my gosh.
okay, 2 more. These are the hardest ones, and we're done. Number 10, what's your we gotta get these two together. What's your common denominator?
X.
You're gonna, okay, I heard times this by, these two by x, right?
Yeah, and then the other side by 4.
So you have x squared, and then this by 4. So the common denominator is 4x, so I needed to multiply these two by x, these two by 4. How about the bottom?
Multiply both sides by x.
Yep, so you have x plus 4. What is
X
x?
squared plus
No,
4.
what's x plus x? X plus x is
2x.
2x plus 4 over x.
I'm sleeping over.
And then you just flip it.
I go sleep over.
Unfortunately, this is not very exciting. There's not much that cancels. One little itty bitty thing cancels.
The 2x and the 4, or no?
No, just this x right here, that's all. That's all, just these 2 x's.
So it turns into 3x, right? Took out an x at the top. Oh, you
Factor
took,
what?
so it's just 4?
2x plus 4 and 2x.
This,
How come it's not 3x?
this you could take a 2 out, right?
I got the question.
But there's nothing you can do with it.
How come it's not 3x?
Where do you see 3x?
You got 4x there, and then you got x.
This
and you
is
take-
4 times x.
Oh,
It's not x to the fourth power. This is 4 times x. So just these x's cancel. In Tahita, this is not factorable.
I know, I just realized.
I wish it was. If this was a minus sign, then we could have factored and canceled something. That would have been nice. I like when there's more stuff you can do, but the only thing that was cancelable was this x. And the last one,
hold on, can I see the,
mhm.
so you took a 2 out of,
You can, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary. So we have 4 left in this 2. If this was a minus sign right here, we could have factored it and then canceled those out. But I knew that this was not factorable, so I didn't waste my time pulling this 2 out, because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to cancel a factor out, a product, because it wasn't gonna cancel. So if you kind of think ahead, after doing a lot of these, you'll start to see that. Last one, common denominator on the top. So what do you have to do to this?
multiplying by negative x, right?
No, not negative x, but, yeah, x minus 1. Everybody see that? You're gonna multiply this top and the bottom by x minus 1. So on top, you have 2 plus 2 times x minus 1 over x minus 1. So I multiplied this and this by x minus 1.
So x plus 1 on the other one?
Yep. You're gonna multiply x plus 1, x plus 1. So you have 2 minus 2,
X plus 1 over x plus 1.
yep. Okay, now, we have some work to do. What are you gonna do with this?
You distribute it?
Can I write it over here, is that okay?
Yeah.
2 plus
2x minus
2x minus 2.
over,
X minus 1. And then you distribute it.
okay? So 2 minus 2x minus 2. I love how I have this right here on a piece of paper. What cancels up on top?
2.
These cancel. So you really have 2x over x minus 1. What happens with these two? They cancel. This is the hardest one.
I don't know.
I-
Yeah.
She just simplified the 2 numerators.
When I factored this 2x minus 2, these 2's cancel. They're gone, they cancel each other out.
Yeah, I got when you did that.
So that's 2, so what we have left is 2x on top
2x
over x minus 1.
Okay.
Then that's your main fraction line. And
Oh, I
then
thought
these,
I thought you flipped it.
not yet, I didn't flip it yet.
Oh.
Then here's your main fraction line. Now we've got here's your main fraction line. Now these 2's cancel, so you have negative 2x over x plus 1. Now, D'Angelo, we can flip. Flip, and what do you get? Flip. Whoops.
X plus 1.
How did you have,
X plus 1 at the top. You flipped it.
but early? Wait, x, wait, I'm doing it wrong. Sorry, guys. X plus 1 on top and negative 2x on the bottom, right? Yep. Yeah, that's right. Now what cancels?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
The answer's been negative.
How did you cancel out the other twos, that was, you know, it was 2 minus 2x minus 2, right?
We just combine like terms.
So would it be x minus, oh, it would be 0, so those cross off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what, okay. So it's just x plus 1 over minus 2x.
Well,
Negative 2x, right?
the x's cancel, right? But can I cancel this 2 with this 2
Yeah,
and have a -1?
yeah.
So the answer is -1, x plus 1 over x minus 1. So these two canceled out with a -1 left.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
We're done, no homework this weekend.
We 10 cents.